Hello everyone, Manic here, and how far are we from having super fighting robots? Okay, so maybe not that. But how about artificial intelligence and household robots? So I just started a playthrough of Mega Man on one of my Let's Play series. Feel free to check it out here. Anyway, it got me thinking that we could actually talk about robots this week. And let me tell you, I have talked about virtual reality taking over the real world and downloading information straight into your brain, which all seems pretty crazy and science fictiony. But robots are actually probably way further away from either one of those two things. And also, just a real quick side note, when I say robot for this video, I'm talking about a self-sustaining artificial intelligence, androids, cyborgs, and motion sensing can openers may be discussed later. Anyway, but searching for research and information on this topic took more digging than anything else so far because there's a much bigger debate about artificial intelligence. And I thought we would start out with the things I did find. First was that MIT has created a computer algorithm that helps robots figure out different items in a household setting faster and more efficiently. This is really cool and really important for them to be able to bring you your remote to your TV, if people still use those. I have Netflix. Anyway, a robot has to be able to distinguish between different objects in the house to make sure it's doing the correct thing with the correct stuff. And the way this algorithm basically works is, hey robot, I need fill in the blank. And at high processing speeds, it comes up with all the possible hypotheses for this and does a random sample looking for overlap instead of screening every option, which is what they were previously doing. And where they don't have to screen every option, this gets them to the right answer a lot quicker. The second interesting thing I found out was, and I actually heard multiple people trying to do this, is to raise a baby AI into adulthood. And they think it actually may be better to program the artificial intelligence like a baby with the ability to learn and teach it over time rather than to program everything into it at once. Make it more of a learning program as opposed to a Wikipedia that already knows everything. Um, I find this a bit weird because it's just that concept of, it's a baby robot growing and learning. I don't know, when you think of robots, you usually think of them as very different than people, and this actually bridges the gap between the two. But if it gets me closer to having a cool proto man friend, then hey, whatever works, right? So, really, like I said, there's a big debate about artificial intelligence, and you may be saying, well, what is this debate? I'm sure most of you know already one big concern is that our robot overlords will destroy humanity. And there are some notable figures, including Bill Gates and Stephen Hawking, who actually worry about this issue. It's very easy to see and understand why they think that artificial intelligence will eventually be able to learn and adapt so quickly that it will literally be impossible for any type of biological entity like people to keep up with it. Because, you know, we have to take time to learn things and grow as a whole that can take many, many years, whereas this artificial intelligence may be able to do that a lot quicker. So, how will we combat this? How will we keep ourselves going if this is the case? That, my friends, is the question that I'm going to answer in next week's episode, because I always try to keep these shorter than my Let's Plays, because I know I drag on in those. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, maybe learned a little bit about it, and remember, robot maids, possibly one day, not as close as the other things I've talked about so far. Be sure to check back next week to see how we will prevent our extinction from our creations, and I will see you all next time. Manic out.